Hello, I'm Tomato Justice, and welcome to part 2 of Working the Crates, the series where I'm going to be talking about Battlefield 3 TDM on Noshar Canals specifically, and how to do better, how to get more kills and die less. Now, last episode I talked about what is generally, after you feel more comfortable shooting at long and medium range, what is generally a much better strategy, what will get you more kills, but in this episode I did want to cover working the inside of the map, working the actual crates, because it is fun to do, and you know, if you're not as confident with your shot, then it can be a good way to get yourself a little more unlocks before you start really working on your stuff. So first of all, a couple of things to know: when you are running around in the crates, you have to be using a weapon that fires at least at 800 RPM or faster, or a shotgun with, buckshot or slugs. Except for the semi-autos, you don't want to use semi-autos with slugs. The reason being, you have extremely close quarter combat running around in the crates themselves versus on the outside of the map, which is a little more versatile. So in that close quarter environment, you're just going to want something that fires very quickly, that can take down your enemies very quickly, and if it fires too slow, you're going to lose your gunfights every time. You're not going to do very well. In addition to that, the most useful class to be running around the crates with is the medic class, because you can quickly pop down a med pack, heal yourself up, reload in one spot, and then move on, and that is going to help you with close quarter encounters more than anything else. The ability to quickly heal up after taking a couple of shots and then get into another engagement at 100% health is the most useful thing you can do in the crates, and you're not going to do well running around in the crates as anything but a medic class. You know, unless you're extremely lucky or unbelievably talented, you're not going to do well in the crates unless you're running medic. Also, the ability to revive your teammates, even if it's someone who's not doing very well and they're just going to provide essentially a distraction, that's reason enough alone to res them. It's going to be super useful to have as many of your teammates alive in the crates as possible. So, now that we've covered what you need before you get into the crates, let's cover the spots. There's two major sides of the crates. There's the blue side and the red side, as you can see, separated by this hallway here. The first major defensible spot here is right here, this orange crate here. There's the left side here, which this is actual real full cover from anyone who's there. This blocks your whole body. And then this side is actually better cover from anyone who's popping around here, because their cursor is going to hit you second versus if you're standing here. So you got to sort of move between both of these places depending on where the enemy is coming from. Okay, you don't really want to hang out in the middle, because then you're exposed to both of the areas. So you want to hang out here and shoot there, or here and get the guys as they come through the right side. The second major defensible spot in the crates, right here, okay? And again, it's got the two sort of mini areas in it. You got this spot here, which is good for getting guys who come right down this hallway, but obviously exposed there. And then this spot is good for guys who are coming down. Well, you're exposed a little bit, but you can get guys coming down there. You know, more defense there. So, and again, you don't want to hang out in the middle of this area so much as you want to hang out in either this side or that side, okay? Those are the two major spots that you want to play. So when you're defending the crates, you want to use that minimap, okay? Determine in general where the attack is going to be coming from, because usually the crates, they're going to be coming from this area, from the cranes there, or from the trains there. They'll be coming from the trains to the top of the crates area here. And then sometimes they'll come, if they spawn in this area, they'll be coming from here, okay, into the crates. They usually won't be coming from this side, even though that is a spawn there. Even people who rush the crates, if they spawn there, they'll be rushing here, and then what are they going to do? They're going to take a left and then go up here. So you're not really going to be attacked from this side. You will only be attacked from way off that spawn, the train spawn, or the crane spawn on this side. So you want to camp here, get kills as they move up this way, or camp here and get kills as they move down there. Okay, this is a good spot for both of those spawns. This is a spot for if they're spawning on the cranes and they're running up these two hallways. You can do here. You can also be here. But of course, if they decide to flank, this is the one flank in this spot that you have to watch out for, is this entrance here. If they're coming from the cranes and they run around here, they can get you here. Also, if they're coming from the trains, they can go straight in through here, okay? And if they are running from the cranes, they can jump up on this thing and get you from above. So there are places that you're exposed to in this spot. However, the benefits of being able to take down anyone who pops into this whole lane is insane. So once you feel like the spot is stale, i.e. you've gotten a couple of kills in it and people just seem to be rushing you and rushing you and rushing you, you might want to try, you know, going to another spot and then trying to get to the other camp spot, either by rushing around like I just did or straight through this hallway. And then you get to the other camp spot and you might be able to catch guys as they're going in through there or something like that. Okay. On the outside here, this is a spot, obviously, but you can get trapped here. Okay, because there's no real escape except going out the way you came. Same with this spot in the front. It's always, you know, you can pop down your med pack, get a reload in. But if you get a couple of kills here, the more kills you get, the more trapped you get in this spot. You can be here a little bit, but you're very vulnerable to people on the outside of the map there. You can be here a little bit, but you're very vulnerable to people there. So you got to play these spots carefully and as needed, you know. Watch that mini-map, and if your whole teammate is in here and here, then you can use this spot. If their enemy team is here, this is a terrible spot. But in general, this spot and this spot are the only two spots that stay good no matter where the enemy's spawning. Okay? So you want to carefully, you know, make sure you're using those spots to your advantage and keeping them clear of enemies, okay? When you're attacking the crates, you want to put yourself in the mindset of someone who's defending, and you want to get yourself to one of those spots as quickly as possible and camp there. If you're outnumbered, camp there for 1 or 2 kills and then try to move. If you're outnumbered, you're at a very big disadvantage anyway, so you want to try to clear as many spots as you can, and you'll get rushed a lot faster if you're surrounded, so you want to be careful. And yeah, I'm just going to sort of go around and move from spot to spot. If you're in this area, you want to peek out here. And then maybe peek here, and then get back to your spot, maybe heal up a bit. Peek out here, peek out here. People will pop up there, don't ever go there, that's a bad spot. And then all of these area, there's nothing really great, no real good spots in this area here. You're super exposed from the sides, people on the outside of the map can take you out easily. And then of course people in the good spots in the crates get good angles on you as well. Especially over here. You don't realize how exposed you are in these two crates here. It's pretty bad. So you don't want to be in this back area here. You don't want to attack from this back area. You don't want to zerg up here. You want to be the person in this nice camp spot who's taking out people, okay? And that is about it, you know? You gotta keep moving in the crates, and then the only places where you can stay for any longer period of time and those are those 2 main defensible spots. You know, and so right now I'm kind of playing as if they're on this side. You want to make sure you're not getting flanked. Yeah, you can peek out here and get people who are in this area, but you're exposed if they're trying to flank you already. And now I'm going to play as if they're coming from there.
Here's your first aid.
Okay. So, and here's a good spot if they're coming from the rail yard as well. But what you gotta be wary of is you'll pop over here, and you'll see, like, you know, people will camp in here, and the enemies will take them out. So there'll be like a bunch of guys running, like maybe from the trains down the stairs, and they'll be running at you here. And so you'll run up and you can get the jump on a bunch of guys. But when you're running back to this camp spot, you got to be careful that you're not running a straight line. You want to, as soon as you get to this cinder block, you want to hug the left side of the cinder block and then get to back to your camp spot. Okay? What that does is it minimizes their ability to shoot back at you as you're retreating, because if I run back this way, just kind of straight, I'm kind of exposed to that lane the whole way back to my camp spot, versus hugging the cinder block there. I cut myself off, and then I can cross. Okay. You gotta watch these both entrances. And then you can go around that way and pick them off if they're coming this way, but they will be coming straight there, so you have to watch out. So yeah, I think I've covered the basics of defending the crates. Attacking the crates is, like I said, you don't want to go in from that bottom area. You're just going to be fodder if you go in any of this area here. Okay? You want to go in from here I mean, like I said, you can cover this area if you're in this spot, but it's a lot better than others in terms of attacking the crates. You want to just get in and take out whoever's camping in that good spot and take the spot for yourself. Heal up, get a bunch of people, try to get to the other camp spot. Okay, and see, I used this little spot for like a split second. That's what you can do. If someone's coming from there or whatever, you can use that spot momentarily and then take them out or whatever.
That's over here.
If my team is rushing onto here, this is actually a safe place to be. If your team is on the railroad and rushing into the crates, then this whole sort of section should be fairly safe, but the enemy will pop out around this area, and especially like in this area, they'll pop up here and try to get kills and then run back into the camp spots, so you gotta watch out. And here you can actually get picks at long range, or further off, as well as in here. You can shoot at them if they are down by the house there. You can get a peek here for like vision's sake to get a better view, but I wouldn't peek this and actually try to shoot from here. You're pretty exposed to people coming this way, and if someone does get in here and then they take a right, they see you pretty fast if you are here peeking trying to shoot at people over here. So this, you can take a look, but you always want to cross that area very quickly and then go to the other camp spot. Okay, so next time you're going to be able to see some of this stuff in action. And I hope this was useful for you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.